celestial vibe, cosmic wisdom for your earthly journey.
Aries, welcome. Whether you are putting on your makeup, making tea, folding laundry, or simply lying down before sleep, I am so glad you are here. This is your monthly pick-a-pile reading for June 2026. In this reading, there are 3 piles for you to choose from: A, B, and C. Each pile is named by one major arcana card, which will be the main theme for your month. This card can also indicate one significant event coming your way. Below each major card, there are 3 smaller cards that will show how this major theme plays out in the details of your daily life. These 4 cards together will touch on your relationships, your career or study, your family, and your health. At the end of each pile, you will get 2 or 3 specific actions that you can take this month. These are not just vague affirmations, but real steps you can take to navigate your month with intention and clarity. Aries, I know how passionate and all-in you are in everything you do. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let's find the pile that resonates with you.
This is the moment to choose your pile, Aries. There are 3 piles, A, B, and C, on the screen right now. You can see the 3 major cards side by side. Pile A is the Sun, Pile B is Strength, and Pile C is the Empress. Take a slow breath. Soften your shoulders. Notice which one your attention keeps drifting back to. The one you keep coming back to is yours. Take your time, Aries. You have all the time you need. Hello, Aries. If you chose Pile A, this reading is for you. We are looking at the Sun, reversed, as your major card for this month. Maybe you are sitting with a cup of tea, or perhaps you are taking a breath before the day fully begins. Wherever you are, I invite you to settle in. This month, the Sun reversed will be the central theme for you. What does that mean? At its core, there is blocked joy, a struggle to find enthusiasm, and possibly unrealistic expectations weighing you down. This does not mean your month is doomed, but it suggests a period where joy is harder to grasp. Our journey through this pile will touch on your relationships, career or study, family, and health. We will ground this reading in concrete actions you can take. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's take a closer look at the Sun, reversed. This card suggests an internal struggle with finding joy and maintaining enthusiasm. It's about dealing with moments where the light feels dimmed. Look at the Sun card. Notice the child on the white horse, arms outstretched. In reverse, this image can feel like you're reaching for joy but finding it just out of grasp. You, Aries, are used to charging ahead with full energy, but this month, you might feel weighed down by temporary setbacks or internal blocks. The sunflowers in the background face away, suggesting a focus on past expectations instead of present possibilities. Aries, your drive for success is powerful, but there can be moments when it feels like you're hitting a wall. This month, an important event might be realizing that unchecked optimism can lead to unrealistic expectations, causing frustration when things don't go as planned. In your relationships, you might feel disconnected or unable to express joy fully. This isn't because you don't care, but because internal worries are clouding your usual fiery passion. And in your career or study, the weight of expectations might make you feel stuck, even when you're working hard. Notice where in your life joy feels blocked. This recognition is the first step in finding ways to bring the light back in. You're not alone in this, and there are ways to navigate through it. Now, let's talk about the 3 smaller cards that tell the story under the Sun. We have the 7 of Swords reversed, the 9 of Wands reversed, and the 10 of Pentacles upright. Each of these ties back to the theme of blocked joy and tells us more about your month. The 7 of Swords reversed shows a figure returning the stolen swords. This is about coming clean, facing the consequences of past actions. Aries, You might find yourself having to admit something difficult this month. This could be in your career or with family, where truth needs to be spoken to clear the air. Admitting these things brings a sense of relief, even if it's hard. Moving to the Nine of Wands reversed, we see someone exhausted, unable to keep their defenses up. This reflects feeling overwhelmed and stubbornly pushing through without asking for help. In your health, this might mean your body is telling you to slow down, but you're resisting. Listen to that tiredness, Aries. It's okay to rest. Lastly, the Ten of Pentacles upright shows a family celebrating their legacy. This is a reminder that despite current struggles, you have a solid foundation. Your family support is strong, and your career might offer long-term stability, even if the immediate future feels shaky. For this month, take these concrete actions. 1. Have an honest conversation with someone in your family or career. Clear the air where needed. 2. Allow yourself to rest. Set aside one day in the next week where you genuinely relax. 3. Focus on long-term goals rather than immediate results. This will help you maintain perspective. Remember, Aries, the light will come back. Trust in your foundation and take small steps to unblock your joy. Hello to the Aries who chose Pile B. I'm so glad you're here with me right now. This is your month, and it's shaped by the energy of strength, upright. Whether you're sipping your coffee, finishing up some work, or just lying down to relax, know that this reading will touch on your relationships, career or studies, family, and health. We'll explore how the theme of strength plays out in your month and end with some concrete actions you can take. Let's dive in. Let's take a closer look at your major card, Strength, upright. This card is your headline for the month, showing that this time is all about courage and inner resilience. Look at the figure on the Strength card, gently taming a lion with her bare hands. That is the Aries in you this month, who finds power not through force, but through patience and compassion. This month, you might find yourself in situations where your usual intensity is tested, and you are called to show a softer, yet powerful, side. In your career or studies, this card could signify a moment where you have to exercise calm control, perhaps when a project isn't going as planned or when a colleague tests your patience. Instead of reacting with your usual fiery impulse, you'll need to draw on your inner strength and handle things with grace. Think of it as taming the lion of your own frustration. In relationships, this card asks you to show kindness and understanding, even when your partner or loved ones might be pushing your buttons. This isn't about suppressing your feelings, but finding a way to channel your energy into nurturing and supporting those you care about. You might experience a significant event this month where your strength is truly put to the test. This could be a challenging conversation with a family member or a moment of self-assertion where you stand up for what you believe in, but with a calm, controlled demeanor. Remember, Aries, that strength isn't just about power, it's about endurance and the quiet confidence that you can handle whatever comes your way. As you go through June, keep this image of gentleness taming the lion close to your heart. It's a quieter kind of bravery that will serve you well this month. Now let's explore the 3 smaller cards under Strength and see how they weave into your month. The first is the Ace of Cups, upright. Look at the overflowing cup held high, symbolizing new emotional beginnings. This could mean a fresh relationship or a deepening of an existing one. Your fiery passion might find a new outlet in creativity or connection, bringing a wave of emotional richness into your life. Following that, we have the Two of Wands, upright. Notice the figure holding a globe, standing between 2 wands, looking out at the horizon. This is you, Aries, venturing beyond your comfort zone. Whether it's planning a new project or contemplating a move, this card speaks of future planning and the courage to embrace the unknown. It's about stepping into your personal power and making decisions that align with your long-term vision. The final card here is the Ten of Swords, reversed. This card depicts a figure lying with 10 swords in their back, but reversed, it speaks of recovery and resilience. The hardships are not the end, Aries. It's about picking yourself up, healing, and moving forward with newfound strength. This ties back to the Strength card, emphasizing your capacity to endure and rise after setbacks. In your family life, you may find that past wounds start to heal, bringing a sense of closure and peace. And for your health, consider this a call to focus on recovery. Your body might be asking for rest and rejuvenation, a chance to rebuild your energy. Here are a few actions you can take this month. First, dedicate time each week to a creative pursuit that brings you joy and helps you channel your emotions. Second, take a walk outside each day, allowing yourself to breathe and think about your future plans. Lastly, focus on your sleep. Ensure you get enough rest to support your body's healing and regeneration. Until next time, Aries. Welcome, Aries, to your reading. For those of you who chose pile C, we have the Empress, reversed, as your main card. It looks like you're ready to dive into your month. Maybe you're sipping your morning coffee, or perhaps you're winding down before bed. Whatever you're doing, know that this reading will touch on your relationships, career or study, family, and health. And by the end, you'll have concrete actions you can take to navigate June 2026 with grace. Let's get started. Let's take a closer look at the Empress, reversed. This card is all about creative blocks, dependence on others, and neglecting self-care. It's a call to notice where you are feeling stuck or smothered in your life. The Empress, reversed, asks you to pay attention to areas where you may be feeling creatively stagnant or overly dependent on others. See the way she sits on her throne surrounded by lush nature, symbolizing abundance and nurturing energy. However, in its reversed state, this abundance might feel just out of reach. You may find yourself struggling with feelings of emptiness or neglecting your own needs. In the realm of relationships, this could manifest as relying too heavily on your partner for emotional support or feeling like your needs aren't being met. And in your career, you might be facing creative blocks or feeling uninspired. Notice how she holds a scepter and a shield, which in reverse, suggest an internal struggle with maintaining boundaries and asserting yourself. This might be a month where you feel overwhelmed by family obligations, unable to find balance between caring for others and caring for yourself. When it comes to health, this card is a reminder that you might be neglecting self-care, possibly pushing yourself too hard without taking the necessary breaks. The key event this month may be a realization or moment where you finally understand the importance of putting yourself first. Perhaps it's a small incident that makes you see how drained you've been, serving as a wake-up call to restore balance in your life. Remember, Aries, sometimes the biggest battle is allowing yourself to receive the same care you so freely give others. Take this moment to reflect on where you can nurture yourself more deeply. Now let's look at the 3 smaller cards guiding your month. We have the Knight of Swords, upright, the King of Wands, upright, and the Page of Wands, reversed. Starting with the Knight of Swords, look at the figure charging ahead with a sword raised high. This energy is about action and defending your beliefs, but for you, Aries, it might also mean acting impulsively without fully considering the consequences. This could show up in your career, where you might take on a new project with enthusiasm but forget to plan the details. Or in your family life, where you speak your mind a bit too bluntly, leading to misunderstandings. Moving to the King of Wands, upright, this card shows a figure sitting confidently on a throne, symbolizing leadership and vision. This month, your natural boldness and charisma will shine through, especially in your relationships. You might find yourself stepping up as a leader, inspiring those around you with your decisiveness and big-picture thinking. However, remember that true leadership also involves listening and being open to others' ideas. Finally, the Page of Wands, reversed, depicts a young figure holding a wand with hesitation. This reflects hasty actions and lack of direction. You might experience delays or instability in your health routines, feeling like you can't commit to one path. This is a sign to slow down and find stability before pushing forward. In tying these cards together, the Empress, reversed, reminds you to focus on self-care amidst your ambitious pursuits. Your relationships, career, family, and health are all interconnected. You can't pour from an empty cup, Aries. Here's what you can do this month. First, plan a day each week just for yourself. Whether it's a solo hike or a quiet afternoon with a book, give yourself that space. Second, check in with your leadership style at work or in your personal life. Make sure you're balancing your bold ideas with empathy and openness to others. Lastly, set a consistent bedtime and wake-up routine. Your body needs the regularity to recharge fully.
Aries, thank you for spending this time with me. Whether you chose pile A, B, or C, remember that your month is being held with care and insight. My wish for you this June is that you find the balance between your fierce drive and the deep rest you need. Subscribe so you don't miss next month's reading, and know you can always come back to this video whenever you need a reminder. Take care of yourself out there, Aries. Until next month, you are loved.